When there is too much sports to cover, there is the Bleat Report. Welcome to the Go Sports Podcast Bleat Report, a special bonus episode. Today, I'll be telling you the details of what happened in the finals game series, the Denver Nuggets versus the Miami Heat. The Denver Nuggets take home their very first win in the franchise history on Tuesday against the Miami Heat. Game 1 of the finals, and it was clear that Nuggets showed their dominance with a final score of 104-94. With the help from who else but Nikola Jokic, who dropped 27 points, 10 rebounds, and 14 assists. Right beside him in that game was Jamal Murray, who scored 26 points, 6 rebounds, and 10 assists. Those two put up a two-man show for the entire series. Here we go, Game 2, and Miami are looking to win back to get advantage, which was tilting towards the Nuggets. The Miami Heat came roaring back to steal Game 2 from the Nuggets. In the first quarter, it was clearly tilting towards Miami, because at the end of it, they were up by 3. In the second and third quarter, Nikola Jokic and the Nuggets showed dominance, taking over all of the Heat's turnovers. At the end of the third quarter, the Nuggets were up by 8. But the Miami Heat say, nope, this ain't over. They come back and the score is 111-108. Miami up. Jamal Murray has the ball and he handles it with 1 second left. Step back 3, off the glass. Heat take Game 2 to tie up the series. Game 3 and the Nuggets pull back to advantage after they demolish the Heat. Udonis Haslem of the Miami Heat becomes the oldest player to appear in the NBA Finals. Jokic's masterful 32-21-10 triple-double leads Nuggets to a Game 3 win. This is Jokic's 10th triple-double of the playoffs. Game 4 and the Heat are looking to tie it up at 2. Doesn't happen. Nikola Jokic gives the entire crowd a scare when he lands awkwardly on his foot in the first minutes of the first half. But Jokic comes back to a low-scoring first quarter. Second quarter, and now things are starting to pace up. Nikola Jokic in the game drains 2 threes. Aaron Gordon steps up with 27 points in the game to help the Nuggets. At the end of the first half, with about a minute left on the clock, they had a 9-point lead, but that led to a sloppy end-of-the-half defense, and the Heat clawed their way back into the game, going into the half losing by 3. Second half, the Nuggets take back their lead, but with 3 minutes left, Duncan Robinson scores a simple layup on Jokic's turnover to lower the lead to 8. The Nuggets coach advice is, stop playing like we're down by 10. We are up by 8. Calm down. After the talk, the Nuggets finished the quarter better than they did in the first half. Fourth quarter, Heat down by 13, and a simple touch foul takes Nikola Jokic out of the game with 5 fouls. Jimmy Butler tries to capitalize on Jokic not playing and succeeds, but it isn't enough. Nuggets take Game 4 by 13. In the game that could decide it all, Game 5, if the Nuggets win, they win the finals. The Heat have to win every game. First quarter, Nikola Jokic tries to draw a foul but ends up losing one, and he picks up 2 fouls. Denver in early trouble because they are 0-2 in the postseason when Jokic picks up 2 fouls in the first quarter. Bam Adebayo scores 14 points in this first quarter, the most for him this postseason in a single quarter. The Heat take a 2-point lead to close out the first quarter of play. In the second quarter, it continues for the Heat and they take a 10-point lead before Nikola Jokic comes in at 6 minutes. Nikola Jokic fights back to an 8-point lead, but the Heat fight harder, and the Nuggets have 10 turnovers in the first half, tying for the most this postseason for them. Heat have a 7-point lead going into the locker room. The Miami Heat are 8-2 during this postseason when leading in the first half. Things are looking down for the Nuggets. Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. come into the second half and put the score down. On a fast break, Michael Porter Jr. passes it to Jamal Murray, who hits a 3. With the help of Michael Porter Jr., the Nuggets bring it down to a 1-point lead into the fourth quarter. A controversial call by the refs on a 3 by Butler when he wasn't touched makes it a 1-point game again. Then, Jimmy Butler comes back and hits a floater to give them a 1-point lead. Then, Nikola Jokic responds to that with the layup. Heat takes the lead again, and a miss by Murray rebounded by Brown and put back up for a score. and that is very important. Butler caught in traffic with 24 seconds, and he throws it, and it is stolen by KCP, and he is fouled. Miami Heat have one more shot, and Jimmy Butler misses it, and Gordon gets the rebound. Nuggets win! Nikola Jokic wins NBA Finals MVP. Now that's what I call epic. This has been the Bleat Report. We will return again with our regular show with news, quiz, and GOAT of sports.